hit the record button. I apologize. So to reset, not much happened last week, so I didn't miss out on too much. A lot has happened since then. But it's kind of the same old, isn't it? It's a whole lot of, the bad people are still bad, the dumb people are still dumb, and it's tiring. We just found new ways for awful people to prove how awful they are. That's where we're at right now. Meanwhile, Trump's in England, completely denying the thousands of people protesting him, pretending like they just don't exist. I didn't see any. I didn't see a giant balloon that looks like my fat ass in a diaper. Ah. Meanwhile, we've got this motherfucker. Let's just dive right in. Let's dive right in and talk about him. Steven Crowder. This fucking douchebag of the highest order classifies himself as a comedian. You want to see the complete amount of his comedic chops? That's it. Make a funny face and then make fun of people. That's his comedy. That's always been his comedy. Is he good at impressions? No. Is he good at punchlines? No. Does he have good timing? No. But he's an asshole. And somewhere along the lines of his life, he decided that's all you needed to get by. The Surfs made a great video on this. I really recommend checking it out. Apparently he was picked on a lot as a kid. And he punched a person in the face to get away. And he said he would never be afraid again. So here he is. A bully. It's where we are, man. This is where we are. The bullied become the bullies. So who am I talking about? Carlos Maza, host for Vox. He does debunking videos, and Crowder decided to debunk back. Of course, as we all know, he can't really do that because he's not very bright, and the logic is not on his side. So, why are we talking about that? Because we know it's this typical shtick where he basically tells people who already agree with him that it's okay to agree with him, and here's why. Basically bringing no discourse to anything, no new knowledge to anything, but just being like, you already agree with me, let me double down on why, and you don't have to fact check me because you already believe me. You already know I'm right because you already think it's true. That's cool. That's a good way to go about things. See, I don't really think so. A lot of people don't. But that isn't the biggest way, the biggest problem with him. That's not why we're talking about him today. During that time that he was deciding to debunk a debunker poorly to please his audience of octogenarians who already agree with him and already know they're right because they've never heard any dissenting opinion, and any dissenting opinion that they might have slipped through has already been debunked by people that they already agree with nothing to actually bring to the table. Hey, Admiral Practice, how you doing, bud? The reason I'm talking about him is the fact that he constantly liked to call Mazza, who is gay and Mexican, the Lispy Mexican Queer. A compilation exists. Now, this has been going on for 2 years where this grown man, how fucking old is he? I gotta look this up. Because I can't really believe a grown man would do this. Oh my god, he was born in Grosse Pointe, Michigan? Fuck you. Get out of my state, you piece of shit. We don't own you. Come on, where is it? I'm trying to find his... When was he born? Is it weird that they don't actually have it? Let's just do this. How old is Steven Crowder? Oh my god. Guys. He's barely in his 30s. Jesus Christ. So, at 31, was I calling people lispy queers? No. Was I making fun of him for being Mexican? No. Did I do it hundreds of times in the span of 2 years? No. He was. Jeez. I don't know about you, but wow. Those comedic chops are really fucking showing through. Somehow. So for 2 years, in the background, Mazza has been reporting him to YouTube because this is clearly abusive behavior. This is harmful behavior. And it even led to him being doxxed by Crowder's fans who blew up his phone with thousands of messages begging him to debate Steven Crowder. Even though we all know that if he was like, you know what, fine, I'll fucking debate him, he wouldn't do it. All this while he was referencing to YouTube their terms of service agreement, which states that you cannot you can't spout harmful language at people, and you can't target people, which is 2 things he did. For 2 fucking years, he was reporting him. So, earlier this week, he released a compilation video of the hundreds of times Crowder has done this. I'm aiming high, but it's a lot. I think more than 10 is a lot, but it's more than that. It's way more than that. If I had to count, it'd probably be over 20 times where he referred to him as the lispy queer, this queer guy, the Mexican queer, over and over again, all while pushing his socialism is for fag shirts. And Tim Pool, my fucking god, it's not figs. We know what it says. Who the fuck are you trying to convince? Yes, praxis, that happened. Tim Pool thinks that it says socialism is for figs. Just so you know just how dumb this timeline is. The card says moops. So, what it took was him writing a long thread where it included that video, and it blew up because BreadTube got a hold of it and started like getting at YouTube about it. How did they get at YouTube about it? To get them to finally give a response 2 days later? Well, they added Team YouTube on Twitter, and they said, hey, I'm having problems with the service. I'm not able to view videos. And when they responded, they said, actually, what I'm getting a hold of you about is the situation with Carlos Mazo. And linked them the video. That's what it took. I counted at least 15 different left-wing YouTubers having to do that exact thing to finally get a response that boiled down to, we don't see anything wrong and he's not violating our terms of service. Which of course pissed people off more, as it should. As it should. When you see a grown man calling people lesbian queers, amongst other things. So, that caused a lot of a lot of backlash, excuse me. And more people started saying, like, what the fuck, man? You guys aren't doing anything. You're just doing this because you're interested in all the money that Crowder gets for you. So let's be honest here. Not really. He doesn't get that much money for him. He makes more money for himself. Off his shirts, off his stupid... oh, God, that's the thing I'm going to have to take care of. Off his mug club, off his shirts, off his bullshit merchandise, and off his partnership with Blaze, which he's been at for years, doing comedy, as loose on that term as you can imagine. So, finally, today, in the time it took me to drive home from my job, YouTube finally announced the decision. Let me switch to here. Here's the original response. Thanks again for taking the time to share all this information with us. We take allegations of harassment very seriously. We know this is important and impacts a lot of people. Our team spent the last few days conducting an in-depth review of the videos flagged to us. And while we found language that was very clearly hurtful, the videos as posted don't violate our policies. We've included more info below to explain this decision. Even if a video remains on our site, it doesn't mean we endorse support that viewpoint. There are other aspects of the channel that we're still evaluating. We'll be in touch with any further updates. Meanwhile, everyone's tagging the what is that? Hi, Salem's Rue fanboy? Huh. I'm sorry, I had trouble with that name. We're just talking about Steven Crowder and his bullshit. But welcome to the stream. Glad to have you. So people are linking the Socialism is for Fags shirt. F*GS, I should say. So I don't condone that language. To them and saying, look, this is the guy, and the lispy queer stuff is not anywhere outside of what he normally says or does. This isn't like an isolated incident, basically. So, update on our continued review. We have suspended this channel's monetization. We came to this decision because a pattern of egregious actions has harmed the broader community and is against our YouTube partner program policies. More here. What did that boil down to? Well, Carlos Miles struck back. So the fuck what? Basically, all political content gets demonetized. Which is true. Like I said, he's not making all that much money for them. He makes all his money off of his stupid shirts and his way too expensive shitty mugs made in China. Ironically. Crowder's revenue stream isn't from YouTube ads. It's from selling merch, and socialism is for fags shirts to millions of loyal customers that YouTube continues to drive to his channel for free. Case in point, this morning, during all this going down. Now, I had been putting off this video for a little bit. It's been out for about a week now. I really appreciate the surfs and what they do. They're really great. I'm new to checking out their channel. I went to their video called Steven Chowder. It's been showing up in my mentions all week. And just yesterday, I was watching the Ben Burgess Destiny debate, which was pretty good. I wish it got to more meat and potatoes things to push back on Destiny on. He's kind of gone a little crazy lately. So yeah, he really has been having a normal. So just yesterday, I was able to pull up that Ben Burgess video from the Surfs, who I've been subscribed to ever since they called in to talk about their channel being taken down on Sam Cedar. I've been getting their recommendations for a while, and I watched a bunch of stuff. Destiny has his moments. That's pretty much my opinion on him. Sup, Gazyux? Like the beard. Why is your room so empty? It's just a background. It's actually not real. So it's better than looking at a black screen. But no, it's not real. No worries. I got you, you fucker. Anyways. What was I saying? Oh yeah. When I woke up this morning to watch that video, the Steven Crowder video, which is called I like to have fun. No, he's really not. Anyways, getting back on topic. So, I'm a little self-conscious about the beard today because someone told me that I look exactly like Matt Walsh. The quote was, "I look like ugly Matt Walsh," which I was just like ugly. I don't care if you think I'm attractive. I really don't. But the fact that I look like Matt Walsh, which I don't see it. I do not see it. But I was just like, oh God, the beard needs to go. But I love it. I love the beard. Anyways, so I'm a little like, the beard. Don't call attention to the beard. Hey, babe. It's good. Yeah, definitely not enough sweat. And, yeah, I think that's a key for him. But, yeah, I was told I looked like him, and it weirded me out. I don't know how I feel about that. Back on topic. So I went on to look for that video today. And I noticed for the first time in a few weeks, ever since it came out, it was like in the week that it came out, it wasn't showing up in my mentions at all, or in my suggestions. So I was like, oh, shit. Okay, well, I'll just search it. I remember what it was called. It's called Steven Chowder. So I typed it in the search bar. All comes up Steven Crowder. Like, the whole way down. Entirely. And I'm like, geez, what the fuck? And at the time, it was early in the morning. I just wanted something to listen to while I was getting ready for work. So I'm like, let me try and let me try and pull it up. I'm like, I'm trying to remember what the channel is called. So I go to my subscription. I'm flipping through. And I'm like, wasn't it? Their name was the Surfs. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Wait, where are they? Because I was subbed to them as of yesterday. I swear. I can't believe this. I searched their channel, go to it, and I had to resub to them. So watch out for that. Because clearly, YouTube's on their bullshit again. But I watched the video and it was super good. I really recommend it. It got uncomfortably... they did a Crowder impression, and they even addressed that they were very uncomfortable with everything because anything that they tried to do as parody against him, anything they did as parody against him was still too close to the truth. They said that they wanted to create a fake Steven Crowder shirt, and it was the Socialism is for Fags one that they were going to do as a joke, as a parody of him, and they searched his site and saw that he actually had that, and they had to stop that. And they came up with it was keep calm and socialism is for queers or something like that. But even then, it's like it was so close to the reality. And everything that they said was so close to reality. Because they showed several clips where he was doing impressions of Jewish people. Of course, Jewish stereotypes. Because every hack comedian has to be grasping for that low-hanging fruit, don't they? Keep in mind, he's a millionaire. And a talented, popular... YouTube celebrity, YouTube comedian, who's appeared in such great comedic works as the cartoon Arthur. Yay. Look, I give them a pass because A, they're actually Jewish, and B, they're making fun of each other. This is someone who is clearly not Jewish, doing it literally to force a stereotype. And he's doing it with all the sort of vitriol and negativity that you can expect someone like him to have. Yeah. I'm just saying. Just in case anyone comes in here and thinks that that's a legitimate point. So back to what I was saying. They really covered it though, and they even addressed that it's too close to home. We felt uncomfortable doing the impression, and instead the parts that were really good, because it really made you uncomfortable for them to have to A, show his really shitty comedy material, and B, that comedy, do parody of his shitty comedy, because it was so close to the truth that it was blurring the lines of what is reality. This Steven Chowder became Steven Crowder throughout the video. It was that easy because these guys are hacks and they don't have any talent, which is why they turned to right-wing punditry, which is just a haven of just a shitload of money. Should also mention that he's partially funded by the Kochs, and he's been on PragerU, which is also funded by the Kochs. But, we're not going to talk about that. No. What? What? No. I'm not saying he's a paid shill. Nah. But he's a paid shill. So, back to this. Back to YouTube's response. To clarify, in order to reinstate monetization on this channel, he will need to remove the link to his t-shirts. So, can he link to his website, which has the store to those t-shirts? There. I found a loophole. Good job, YouTube. Nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. I got people telling me to tell my wife to go back to sleep. I can't make her do anything. Happy Pride Month, everyone. Happy Pride Month. It really is pretty sad. Kind of like when James Wood got suspended and literally all they told him to do is remove the tweet saying that liberals should literally be hung. Yep. Keep in mind, I don't think he actually ever did that, did he? Because he was like, it's the principle. It's the principle. It's free speech. You're trying to martyrdom points is really what it is. You're trying to censor me. This is censorship. Is it, James? Is it censorship? Or is it that you can't follow the very carefully worded and very broad terms of service agreements that could allow you to say things about as bad, but not that? These rules are so easy to get around. That's why there's still Nazis on Twitter. That's why there's still Nazis on YouTube. They claim that they're going to go through and they're going to go get rid of all these people. They're going to get rid of the flat earthers. They announced they're going to get rid of the Nazis, the Holocaust deniers. But are they? No. They'll still be monetized and they'll still be there. So big whoop. And then they'll be, even if you get rid of them there, you'll still have the Rubin report because Rubin never actually says those things. His guests do. And then they have a platform there. So whatever platform follows up that they are removed from, they'll be able to promote on YouTube still from the Rubin report. Because this is one thing that I'll give Twitch. They take that shit seriously. Although I still wish that they would take seriously one of the people that I have reported for repeated harassment. But they haven't. That's okay. That's a conversation for another time. We're going to take care of that in other means. So we can do that like adults. But Twitch, when they ban somebody, they fucking ban somebody. To the point where if they show up, if a banned streamer shows up in a partnered or affiliates stream, like if they're just in the background, or they're coming up and they're talking to them, they better have a good excuse for why they're there. Otherwise, that channel gets banned too. They can't just make another channel where they're going to automatically get monetized again. Because you have to meet certain requirements on Twitch in order to get monetized in the first place. For the 2 levels of monetization. With me, at affiliate. And above that, partners. And if those people show up and in your videos and you're welcoming them, they're going to ban you too. On YouTube? Nah. That's where the fash lives. You know, I still watch a lot of YouTube videos, but only specific people. I try not to venture out anymore beyond my very narrow scope. And I've had to narrow that scope even more after, of course, fucking Pro Jared and Commander Holly decided to be just scummy people. That was cool. So that circle's shrinking. And there's always bread too. They do fine. But as practice says, it is a shit show. YouTube is where the fash lives. Because they get no pushback. And even if you push the Holocaust deniers off of there, the race realists, the flat earthers, the whatever off of there. The people talking about the Bilderberg group like it's not a giant dog whistle for anti-Semitism. You kick those people off, they're going to go on the Rubin Report, which won't get demonetized, which won't get taken off of YouTube. And they'll be able to promote whatever they're currently on. So then what? Well, they're going to have to start enacting rules like Twitch has. But they're not going to do that, are they? Definitely is. Hi, I'm Willis. Welcome to the stream. So when we talk about a problem like Steven Crowder, what is really the end game here? What can we hope to achieve? Well, I mean, nothing really. Like Carlos Mazza says, there's always going to be these people on YouTube. Big whoop that they told him that he's going to have to take away the link directly to his t-shirts. He'll find a way around that. And he'll still be on YouTube, making them whatever little bit of money that he does. Meanwhile, he'll be still making money off of his shirts. He'll still be calling people lispy queers because according to them, that doesn't count as hate speech because he's saying it as part of a debate that only one person is in attendance for. Exactly, that is true. There is too much money there, but I don't think they're making all that much money off of him. I don't think they are. I just think they don't really care that he's there. They're too afraid of being accused of censoring the right that they're not realizing that they probably should actually be censoring the right because they do terrible things. Because if they recognize that if they hold these people to the same standards that they hold, I don't know, anyone, gaming YouTubers, for instance. Thank you for the bits, baby. That they would have to come back and they would have to say this to the conservatives. And the conservatives bitch a lot more about being demonetized because we, on the left, fully recognize that that's a possibility that's going to happen to us. That's something we're going to have to deal with. You know? We just go, yeah, no, I get it. Like, seriously. It's free speech unless it's a trans person sharing info about their existence. Exactly. The billionaires behind the right just dump money into these people with horrible opinions to get their view to as many people as possible. Exactly. And it was supposed to be get pride emotes. It looks like you did. Cheer shared rewards to 3 others in chat. No, you should have them. Okay. We'll check on that, love. Thanks for stopping by. She doesn't like the political streams. She was kind of hoping I would do a Twitch Sings stream tonight, but I can't. My throat is wrecked. That's why I'm drinking so much bubbly tonight. I love this bubbly. I honestly don't think it has anything to do with just the money. Of course, the money speaks volumes. I think it has to do with retention and ads. But I think the biggest thing is that they care about not getting yelled at by conservatives for censorship. Because let's go ahead and face it. Google is not a left-wing company. To the extent that a left-wing company exists, it is not mega conglomerate fucking Google. No matter how many times they'll say it. It's not true. And even where I'm at on Twitch, Amazon, which owns Twitch, therefore pays me and gives me my platform, is also not a left-wing company. So then what? They're not even a little bit left wing. They're not. They try to play the center as much as they can, but the right keeps moving over and they keep trying to meet them over here. And the right moves and they go. Right moves. And they're like, no, we're in the center. And the left's over here still. Just to the left and just going, what the fuck? They're not. Yeah. YouTube has also demonetized a lot of left-wing perspectives too, so... And a lot of it actually comes in reaction to the things the right wing says. Meanwhile, the right wing has a lot more monetization options than just YouTube. The left wing just has them completely removed because the left wing doesn't have a bunch of billionaires propping them up like, say, Steven Crowder does. These are things that are very important to distinguish when we're talking about how whether or not Google or YouTube is left-wing or right-wing. They're not. YouTube and all these companies, they're trying to placate to the center, but the center is constantly moving because the right wing is constantly moving to the right. I'm not... You're not saying they aren't really unbiased. They're not. They're completely unbiased in what they supposedly... their bias is more towards profit, yes. Because, let's face it, what's more profitable? These billionaires who fund a hack comedian like Crowder to tell octogenarians that they're already right and everything they already feel is correct, or some guy who's running a YouTube channel out of his bedroom in Kentucky, who's trying to like actually push for social change, backed up by nothing but what little bit of money he earns every week. He's putting all his extra time into that in order to promote. It ain't the guy in Kentucky. Their bias is towards where the real money is, and it ain't on the left. There is no money on the left, which is why the left has a hard time in politics in this country. We're getting there. We're pulling it together as a collective. Yes, capital always sides with fascism is a fallback when capitalism buckles under its own contradictions. Yes. That's where we're at now. At least we're getting there. So, it blows my mind. What blows my mind isn't that there was this response and what they did in response on YouTube, or that it took this much to get them to even respond at all or do anything at all on YouTube. What really bothers me about it is the measures that they took, Very little. I'm not at all surprised by this. I'm not at all surprised by how much they go to defend him. And this is such a weak punishment. Welcome, Stephen McLevin. Also, Taco, I didn't welcome you. It took ages for YouTube to take down those inappropriate videos aimed at kids, and it happens that those videos were bringing in billions of ad views. That is true. That is true. The other problem, from what I know about that, the other problem that they had is they were coming from like multiple different channels. They were basically moving the content around, so it was hard for them to track it down, which is part of what made it, so easy to just kind of fit it in there. Because basically parents were finding it and they were like, this is being shown to my kid and we have to get rid of it. But another channel would just pop up with the same videos and just move the content around, which again goes to what I was saying earlier about what. Oh hell yeah, we support Scottish independence. Right on, brother. I'm trying to get back to my point. It's hard to do. But this is something I wanted to watch. It's basically so apparently Carlos Maza said straight up that they didn't yet monetize them as of 4 hours ago. Said YouTube is not demonetized. Crowder, update your stories accordingly. A YouTube response. Sorry for the confusion. We were responding to your tweets about the t-shirts. Again, this channel is demonetized due to continued egregious actions that have harmed the broader community. To be reinstated, he will have to address all of the issues with this channel. Crowder's response. I have not watched this. This should be good.
Okay, so spoke with YouTube earlier today. Tonight we're going to have an exclusive new video. Adpocalypse, the next Adpocalypse is coming. Some of the information, a lot of the information that you've been getting out there is wholly inaccurate. The new Adpocalypse is coming. It's coming for a lot of you. It's coming hard. It's going to be happening fast.
Of course he's going on a ribbon. Are you kidding me?
Strong, and it's probably going to be happening to a lot more of you than you realize. Certainly a lot of the top YouTube creators out there who would have entertainment channels. Our channel is not going anywhere right now. I want to make sure that I let you know that. But the ability for one to make a living online, and not just on YouTube, but any social media, but particularly YouTube, is about to change drastically, and I would say more than never before. I don't know if you can see that's my half Asian crack in there. Did I already tell you that? I don't know. It's been a bit of a whirlwind day. So tonight, I'm going to be sitting down and filling you in on the details, hopefully as they come in. And I'll tell you this, Vox still going to be pissed. They're not going to be happy with this. It's not a win because their goal is to completely get rid of people. We're at a point in time right now where
not with a brick, just a milkshake, just humiliate this
dweeb. Are going to lose their ability to make revenue. So there's a transition period that I think is going to be pretty important. So tonight, tune in. I'll fill you in as best I can on the next Adpocalypse. I wish you had better news, but there's a silver lining. We'll talk about it.
This asshole. My God. Well, I do have crippling anxiety. Therefore, denying well-documented events. Oof. Yeah. There are real conspiracies. I think it's important that we are able to, of course, but the thing is, you need to actually discuss them using actual factual information. A lot of these people just are shit peddlers who just want to use fake information. You know, you think every single time, fucking Alex Jones says he's got a paper in his hand. He's got a paper in his hand. This is the old Rush Limbaugh trick. So, I got these documents. These documents. I've read the documents, people. I got it here. Sir. I've read them. I got quotes from higher ups. It's all QAnon, man. It's not real. Do you even know what paper I have in my hands? You don't. It's a wrapper from the ice cream sandwich I just ate. But you wouldn't know that. I could have just taken any paper out of my printer over there and just waggled it around. I got documents. Doesn't mean I got anything. That's literally what Alex Jones is good at. Convincing people he has something that he doesn't. Convincing people that there were conspiracies that actually did exist. Therefore, my conspiracies exist. And they all just so happen to be the Jews, globalists. Whoops. And the Zionists. Not. Who said the Jews? Who said the Jews? My problem is where's Where's the line drawn? Is 9/11 truther stuff banned? Yes, I believe so. Holocaust denial, yes, is banned. The CIA's assassination plots. I think it has. I think the clarification will come when they distinguish it from current event news. Like if a big document dump comes, it'd be hard for anyone to report on it. And if YouTube is going to say, no, this is a conspiracy theory, they can't really say that, can they? Because this is backed up by actual factual documentation coming from our government. But the line will clearly, will have to be drawn. And this is unfortunate. The thing that I would like to point out more than anything is, while this sucks, while this is a huge problem, and it's actually a problem that exposes what YouTube is, the big problems with YouTube come from this. This isn't a problem of censorship. This is a problem of YouTube not being able to properly respond to these problems. I think that's a bigger question that needs to be asked. How do they properly respond to this? And I like to use the example of how Twitch does things. You ban the channels, and you ban anyone that hosts them. There you go. No one on Twitch is bitching about censorship, is all I'm saying. Oh, of course, it's a moral question. Legally, I'm always for free speech too. But again, like you just said, this is a private platform. But the best way to respond would be the model that's on here. You ban the people who host them, and you ban them. And anytime they try to get around their ban, you ban them again. You keep on to the top of it. You do your due diligence. You do your goddamn work. And you stop leaving everything up to a fucking algorithm and automated messages is what you do. You put actual people in charge of it. It's a huge issue that I have with Silicon Valley. Like, go out there and do people work. Not everything is one size fits all. If you leave it all up to an algorithm, a stack of numbers, it's going to choose wrong. Because that's not a human being able to distinguish certain things. And that's important. That is key. The algorithm is not the fix-all. It's not even any sort of fixer at all. If we let the algorithm decide everything, well, it's going to make mistakes, but it can't admit it made a mistake. That's my big issue. So YouTube as a platform is flawed. Because it doesn't want to take the responsibility that it needs to take in order to actually correct the problems in its platform. So that's where I see your question about the line being drawn is important. But it's not even going to be a person drawing that line. It's going to be an algorithm. And that's not a problem of censorship. That's not a problem of private company trying to follow its TOS settings or anything like that. That's a problem with YouTube as a platform deciding, and Google as a company deciding, that that's the best way to handle it. Ban it based on an algorithm, pick up keywords, demonetize it, get rid of it that way, rather than having people actually look at these things. I'm wholly against the algorithm and all the algorithms that are coming. But my biggest thing with this statement from Crowder is that he doesn't recognize that he's to blame for this. He's pretending like this is Vox's fault for standing up for their reporter against him. That this is literally your fault, dude. And you're like, oh, the adpocalypse is coming and it's Vox's fault. Literally, the hashtag in this post is Vox Adpocalypse. Hashtag Vox Adpocalypse. Good job, Steven. What is it your party calls itself again? The party of personal responsibility. Of course, they don't actually do that. They don't actually care. No. The worst thing about the algorithm is that it's too easy to knock people offline by just mass reporting them. I've lost count of the amount of people who have been banned for posting a graphic that says, shut the fuck up, slur, or turf, or something similar. Yes, that is true. And turf is not a slur. This shit blows my mind. I don't know. Again, it's scary again. I got to bring up what I saw earlier today when I was trying to watch just that surfs video. I was automatically unsubscribed from a channel that I actually watched as of yesterday. Woke up this morning, unsubscribed. No videos of theirs even being recommended to me. And what's their two most recent videos? One is the Ben Burgess debate with Destiny, which I thought was very good. And the other? Welcome, big name here. I think I need to get a better background. What do you guys think? Here. I just kind of worry about some of these. There we go. There, I'm on the Millennium Falcon. How's this for blank space? People concentrating on my background. I don't think that there will ever be a good solution with how subjective the guidelines are. I mean, more or less, ultimately somebody will disagree with something being censored or banned. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure that Holocaust deniers are going to always disagree with their content being banned. But you have to draw the line somewhere. You have to recognize it somewhere. And that's up to the company to decide what they want their name attributed to. That's not up to us. My issue is, do we have to draw a line, though? Yes. Because we didn't before. And this is where we are. Hands down. The thing with Reddit is they don't really host video. And a lot of what they're able to post in there can be very anonymous. And there's a lot of problems on Reddit that they're trying to fix now. They're still trying to fix. Like, if you go to the fucking Donald, I mean, that's a fucking shit heap of a thing, isn't it? All these morons talking about fucking QAnon and shit. It's just a wasp's nest of bullshit. Well, again, it depends on how you view censorship. Because earlier, what you said was it's a private company. It's up to them to decide who was on their platform or not. Am I pro censorship? As the definition of what censorship actually is, no. But in the view that these private companies decide who is on their platform or not, they can do what they want. I don't have to like it. But my big issue is when they say that they're going to do a thing and they just don't follow through. When they have strict guidelines and someone who just happens to be making a lot of money on their platform doesn't get punished, or he gets a little slap on the wrist, like, say, Steven Crowder. Oh, I'll just remove the links to my t-shirts. Fixed. I'm still selling the t-shirts, but I don't link to them anymore. I link to my website that has a link to my store that sells the t-shirts. Join the Bug Club. Fixed. There we go. What else do you want? You know? That's what I'm talking about. It's not censorship. The company can decide how they want to do it at all, but they shouldn't be hypocrites when they're doing it. No, they don't. We have been a big name. We've been over this. Leftists have actually been more demonetized by YouTube than right-wing hosts. Like, Sargon is still on YouTube making money. Steven Crowder is still on YouTube making money. So when you talk about violent leftist groups, they often get demonetized and blocked and all their shit removed from YouTube. To the extent that they make it through it all is usually through other people reporting on those things. But those channels get taken down quickly. But the Nazis, the people actually threatening people, yes, Antifa is good, actually. Anti-fascism, because fascism is bad. Yes. Unless you agree that fascism is good, well then we have another talk. How is Antifa bad? YouTube will tell you about how they will censor Nazism and conspiracy theories, and then they'll go ahead and censor actual tyranny from the Chinese government. The massacre of tens of thousands of people. YouTube will wipe that right out of their Chinese viewers. I mean, China already blocks that stuff. I don't know what... that's a bad example. If you think it's morally wrong to keep Holocaust denial off your platform, it's morally wrong. There is something seriously wrong with your morality. Yes. Kind of a run-on censor, yeah. I got your point. Antifa does not beat up Jewish people. That is a lie. Antifa beats up fascists. I don't know where you're getting your information from, but that is not true. If you're getting it from InfoWars, I recommend throwing that in the garbage. Article 13. Well, that's a whole thing. I'm not versed enough in EU politics to really give any sort of Jewish man mistakenly identified as proud by... Do we... Times of Israel. You gonna make me do this, huh? Okay, stop posting links. See, one thing I'm going to do that I guarantee you haven't done is go to the actual story. I'm not seeing anything in the original story saying even what this headline is saying. And I call into question anything that doesn't have any hyperlinks to the local news. That's usually a red flag for me. Let's see here. So I'm going to have to look up the original news story because I need more information here. That is true. Praxis is correct on that. Let's see here. Because I don't... These are These are very, very biased headlines, and they don't link to anything that proves what the headline states. So you got to be careful when you're choosing your sources. You showed me 3, and I'm about to debunk it. I'm pretty sure. So, okay. Let's see how long. Let's see how long this this takes to find out what actually happened. Let's see here. Police captain was attacked during one of the scuffles taken to. According to law enforcement, a 23-year-old man was arrested for that assault. 2 others, a 26-year-old man and a 35-year-old man, were arrested for failing to disperse. 31-year-old woman was arrested for disorderly conduct. Blood dotted the sidewalk as protesters from both sides disbanded. The rally was held near the Independence Visitor Center on 5th and 6th Streets, while the We the People demonstration was not advertised as a gathering of so-called alt-right demonstrators. Several members of the Proud Boys, a white supremacist group, were said to be in attendance. A contingent of counter-protesters bearing signs denouncing fascism and racism steadily grew, with skirmishes growing increasingly tense. So it was the Proud Boys. People were really confused about how empty my office was, so I switched it to this so they'd stop talking about it. Yeah. So the wannabe fight club known as the Proud Boys was in attendance, and you're sitting over here saying Antifa beat up a Jewish man. And in nothing of this, which this is a local Philadelphia. This here's the thing. Let me teach you a little thing about how to cite your sources. Let me teach you a little thing about how to cite your sources. Okay, let's have a chat about citing your sources. A local news story is always going to be way more accurate and way less biased than, say, something from the Israeli Times. Because nowhere in this story from the local Philadelphia police, from Channel 10 NBC in Philadelphia, so the people actually there, does it say anything about a Jewish man being beaten. What it says is there was a clash between the Proud Boys and counter-protesters. So we're done with that. Proved my point. Thank you for proving that. You got your one. And we'll be moving on. Literally what I said. I don't know. Vaughn, no. You don't want... They wouldn't let you in anyways. They're... Antifa protected the clergy from fascists, and Big Boy in the chat is whining about them. Yeah. Well, it's because he buys into the right wing media's classification that that's what Antifa is they're just a violent group that exists to cause violence, and never mind the fact that their name literally means anti-fascist, which means they fight fascists. Antifa also bike locked that one guy in the head. Okay, why? Why did he do that? 'Cause, I mean, like, you have literally the Proud Boys who have Gavin McInnes saying publicly that Taco, people don't bike lock whatever the hell that is, bike lock people for no reason. I feel like there's a lot you're leaving out here. So what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. They didn't destroy cop cars for no reason. This is bad logic. This is very bad logic, Taco. You're going down a path that I'm not going to be able to help you with. Like, seriously, Black Lives Matter isn't just people getting together for no reason. There's a reason. There's several reasons. A growing list of reasons. An insurmountable, gigantic ball of immense, dense matter of reasons why these people get together. That's why I say, why did that person get bike locked? Maybe you should explain that to the cops who have killed many black people around this country. Unarmed black people. Maybe you should explain that to the many cops who weren't punished for having ties to white supremacist groups and are still in the police today. Maybe you could explain that to the families of the people who have been killed. That's no reason for violence. The cops' violence is always justified, isn't it? But Antifa or Black Lives Matter, who, broke a few windows, that's never justified, is it? It's almost like you're okay with it happening. You're okay with turning a blind eye to certain things, but not other things. Yeah. And that's a problem too. I don't think cops should be shooting hardly anyone. I don't think violence should be the first answer from the police, who are meant to, de-escalate a problem. I don't think they should be escalating the problem by killing people constantly in a country where that happens the most, while we have the highest incarceration rate in the world. I'm not even saying I wish we didn't have violence. I'm saying that their violence is not justified with what their job is. They aren't doing their job properly. And because they have been proven links to, from many police precincts in this country and white supremacist groups, it always happens to be, weird enough, minorities who are getting it. So I'm not stupid enough to say that, no violence should exist. That's a meaningless platitude. What I'm saying is, the police in this country do their job poorly. And Big Name, you can keep trolling all you want. What I just said right there was the last thing I'm paying attention to you on. Minorities are the vast majority of the ones who are involved in shootings, though, because they're most of the criminals and most of the victims. That's not true. That is not true. That's not true, Taco. That is literally not true. "81% of murders committed by white people, who are also the largest population in prison, also because we are the largest population of this country still now, and at least for a little while, is murders by white people, killing other white people." Except they are, bud. They are. They are. It's almost like people kill people that they're close to. If you want a link, all right, here we go. I can't believe we're doing this. Trying to find the one that shows when. Let's see here. There's one specifically. Shows it a little bit better. Found it a while ago, but it divvies it up properly. It's actually the same source that people get the high number of black on black crime. Here, let's just type white on white crime. Here we go. This will link us to it. Yep. So, here you go. Bloop. And let's link the study. And boop. Now let's read. So we can read, can't we? Big name, I'm ignoring you. It explained the rate of white on white violent crime, 12 per 1,000, was about 4 times higher than black on white violent crime. The rate of black on black crime, 16.5 per 1,000, was more than 5 times higher than white on black crime, violent crime. The rate of Hispanic on Hispanic crime, 8.3 per 1,000, was about double the rate of white on Hispanic crime. So it's almost like people kill the people they're closest to. If your neighbor is black and you're black in a mostly black neighborhood, the chances of you, if you decide to kill somebody, of them being black, is pretty good. The chances of you living in a white neighborhood and the same thing happening are just as good. About the same, actually. And because we're a higher percentage of the population by a lot, then guess what? We're killing each other a lot more than black people. If you're going to bitch about black on black crime, you got to bitch about white on white crime. Instead, I choose to concentrate on bigger picture things like, the causes for crime. Namely, poverty. Tell me where I said something wrong. Exactly. So, let's see here. And bud, that is I'm going to tell you this little secret. Let's get in close here. Let's get in close. Hey. We're not libs. Libs hate us. We're to the left of the libs. You called it wrong. You guys stepped into a lot. But I know it's so much easier to attack leftists if they're a caricature of what you believe we are. You only argue with your feelings. Meanwhile, literally what you've done this whole time is say, nuh-uh, here's a link from a completely biased source, and I'm going to completely ignore the fact that you provided a link to the actual site that doesn't say the thing that I said it said. The actual facts on the ground do not state what you believe. And meanwhile, you're still flipping your shit out about that. So, what does that tell you? Who really? Oh God, Venezuela. Oh God. Bingo! We've got black on black crime. We've got Antifa is bad and fights everyone. We've got ignoring very clear facts. We've got censorship, free speech. And now we've got, for our bingo, Venezuela. Thanks for completing this bingo, buddy. Venezuela. Hey, buddy. Let's get in close again because you like it so much. I want you to look up a little country called Norway. Or Denmark. Or Sweden. Or all these countries that are, actually just as much socialist as Venezuela. That's what I'd like you to do. I'd love you to just look that up. Because those are the countries we're talking about. Venezuela is a failed state because it has one single import and it was ran into the ground. When everything tanked in the oil markets, Venezuela tanked with it. Also see things like, all the times that we've enacted embargoes on them. I mean, we've punished them. If we punished Norway just as much as Venezuela or Norway would be just as bad. there you go. There's your facts for you. Let me decide if I'm going to allow this. I'm going to allow this. I don't see anything bad. I have some keywords blocked for very specific reasons. All right, let's see this. Let's see what you linked. I guarantee it says exactly what I said. Your point is that it's higher. It's almost like there are more poor people in the black community than there are in the white community. But regardless, one thing that you need to recognize is that, well, there's still a lot more. Do you know what's a big problem in the white community, if we're going to talk about that? Go ahead and look under rape. We do that a lot more. Are we going to... Let's have a... Do you want to talk about rape? I think we should talk about rape. Yeah. Again, it's almost like if you live in a community, the chances of you killing somebody within that community is higher. Again, you're arguing with your feelings and not with the facts. Bud, just stop. Just stop. I get it. You really want to believe that that's the reality. The only communist countries is USSR and North Korea. USSR doesn't exist, and North Korea is not communist. Oh my God. Oh, buddy. In opposite, Lord, that's a whole nother topic. In opposition to the U.S., sure, but I don't see them as a net positive. I'm not. I don't go full tanky. I can't do that. Yeah, he's never heard of China or Cuba. The Nordic nations have mixed economies. You know who else has a mixed economy, buddy? Venezuela. 75% of their businesses are private owned. It's almost like they're mixed. Just as much as Norway. That's why I use the example of Norway. Look it up, bud. Jesus Christ. Oh, this is so bad. It takes less than 2 seconds for somebody to draw and fire a gun, and with 10 to 20 cops being assassinated every year, it's no surprise they're cautious. What? 10 to 20, and that number is nationwide. They're killing thousands of people. And you think they need to be cautious about more people are struck by lightning every year, bud, than killed as a cop. Your concerns are fascinating, but wrong. 10 to 20 out of millions. Think about that. What's really your concern? Nope, he's talking about USSR again. Dude, I already got bingo. You don't need me to check off any more boxes. 700 to 950 people per year. The way they calculate it is very skewed in their favor. It's almost like they're the ones that calculating it. So let's check your numbers, because this is apparently the conversation you want to have. Ugh. Yeah, oh yeah, they did that on MR, where Jimmy Dore was defending him. I still can't believe that. He provided another link. That's some interesting wording. Fatal force. Read about our methodology. Here's a link that I guarantee you did not click on. Let's see if the methodology makes sense. Because the Washington Post is not your friend. They aren't the friends of the left either. Yep. Pico Simo, thank you for the follow. Yeah, apparently. Let's see what their methodology was. The Washington Post is compiling a database of every fatal shooting in the United States by a police officer in the line of duty since January 1st, 2015. In 2015, the Post began tracking more than a dozen details about each killing, including the race of the deceased, the circumstances of the shooting, whether the person was armed, and whether the person was experiencing mental health crisis. By culling local news reports, law enforcement websites, and social media, and by monitoring independent databases such as Killed by Police and Fatal Encounters, the Post conducted additional reporting in many cases. In 2016, the Post is gathering additional information about each fatal shooting by police that occurs this year, and is filing open records requests with departments. More than a dozen Okay, so that right there, that's an issue. Let me show you why this is a red flag. Remember what I said about the police being the ones who are reporting it? Yeah. I would much rather have a socialist economy with a, actually a democratic. I can't even play along to say it's capitalist, but a democratic leadership, democratically elected, but more socialist than democratic. Yeah. So I'm a sock damn bed. I'm a sock damn. I don't know how to tell you this. So, yeah, literally what I stated here. They say Post is gathering additional information about each fatal shooting by police that occurs this year and is filing open records requests with departments. Open records requests they don't have to follow. They can choose to selectively give those out. They don't have to be right. It's not very accurate because it's basically self-reporting. Hell, Lord, you're awesome. So let's go ahead and look this up. Okay, I'll find one. Jeez. This isn't even a conversation I wanted to have. I wanted to talk about how stupid Steven Crowder was and laugh about Dave Rubin. But we're over here debating things that have been debunked and debated 1,000,000,001 times over. Like, this is the conversation you wanted to have, bud. God, I feel like I'm back in 2016 arguing on the internet and linking the same articles over and over on Twitter. So I'm just going to find the same articles I linked back then, and I'm going to post them, and we're not going to get anywhere because you're going to deny that it's true because your link has more power than mine. No, let them stay. It is. Allow me to just Let me just go ahead and do this. I'm my big issue is that you're like more than anything. I wanted to have a different conversation than we're having. We're talking about things from, that has been like talked about years ago. Years ago. All the things that you guys are bringing up has already been debunked by people much better at this job than me. Oh, these guys are in here talking about black on black crime and everything. The stuff that like everybody had already debunked years ago. Remember that, love? That's my wife, by the way. So, yeah. All right. Very simple. So, here's basically what I always link to. Yes, there is no good way to track how many people per year police kill because it's mainly based on self-reporting. So let me read you this article. There's definitely a number much higher than the one that you posted, but that's still based on very, very broken ways that they do it. This is from Vox. Federal government tracks police shootings and killings through the FBI's supplementary homicide reports and the Bureau of Justice Statistics arrest related deaths, ARD. But both vastly undercount the number of deaths to police. A 2015 study by RTI International, which conducted the analysis for the Bureau of Justice Statistics, found that from 2003 and 2009 and 2011, ARD captured approximately 49% of people killed by police, while SHR captured 46%, less than half. Neither system picked up about 28% of law enforcement homicides in the U.S., meaning more than 1/4 of police-caused deaths weren't tracked at all under ARD or SHR. And this is with a better format than what the Washington Post is doing. See, I don't want to have to ban you, big name, but you're teetering the line here with those last two comments. Sure, I can post it. You're very much teetering the line. Not all of these homicides are unjustified. It's possible that in many of these cases, police responded with force legitimately, perhaps when a suspect threatened the officers or others. Still, it's difficult to gauge how many killings are justified and aren't when so much data is missing. Criminal justice experts have long known that these measures are flawed. ARD collects police-caused homicide data through state reporting coordinators, but the methods of collecting data can greatly vary from state to state, often depend on differing access to technology, and sometimes don't directly involve police departments or coroner's offices. Does that sound like a good way to go about things? It wasn't openly racist. He was saying that the black cop was wanting to hang. Like I said, big name, you got one more in ya. You got one more. I'm very lenient. I'm a nice dude. Let's see here. Where was I at? SHR relies on reports submitted by police agencies, but these reports are voluntary. And some states, like Florida, don't participate. Gee, what happened in Florida? Some media outlets and other organizations, including the Washington Post, Guardian, and Police Violence Report, have tried to fill the gap. This is the link that you sent me. With their own data tracking, but for now, the official data remains flawed and incomplete. For critics of law enforcement, the incomplete data is just another way it's difficult to hold police accountable. Without complete and accurate statistics, it's impossible to evaluate the extent of racial disparities in police killings and how the U.S. truly compares with other countries in deaths by law enforcement. Are you satisfied? I know I'm too lenient, and I know you're mad at me. I'm sorry, love. I really am. So, there you go. Literally what I said. Big name, do you really want to put... do you want that to be your last message in this stream? Is that really where you want to go with it? I can make that your last message. You're really pushing the line here, man. Yeah, I'm over you. I just got tired. It just got tiring. What was he adding to the conversation? What was that comment even supposed to elicit in me besides make me more annoyed with him and make me actually pay attention to him? He got my attention. Now he's gone. Goodbye. I have no interest. I have none. Literally what I say. If you saw the rotating timers and the different things that I put in here through my Nightbot, I literally say, I will. Don't worry. I like to have you here for the ones where I'm really distracted. But with something like that, I like to I like to kind of make the decision on that. It started out where he was adding to the conversation, and once you stop adding to the conversation and you stop being nice, bye. Those are my rules. I'm very lenient, a lot more lenient than a lot of people are. But you got to keep talking to me like I'm a human being. I will continue to talk to you like you're a human being too. I may mock you a little bit. But if you say something stupid, you need to be mocked. I'm sorry, you do. And there was a whole lot of stupid there. Yes. Exactly. There are a lot of trolls and shitlords, and we've been very lucky on this channel. If I grow at all, I'm sure, it's going to get worse. I'm okay with that because I'll also be growing. But the thing that I'd like to point out is what I put in there was you have to be nice. You don't have to agree with what I say. But you can't be a shit given. That's where the band hammer comes down mighty and swift. So, where'd up boy Taco go? I was curious if he was at all satisfied with what I just read to him. You're reading that study? Okay. If you don't mind, I'm going to get back on topic. I can't even remember where I left off. I mean, I was talking about how, as you were making statements about how YouTube doesn't ban leftist media at all. I was talking about how literally a leftist media on YouTube was unsubscribed to me. Or how I was unsubscribed to them through no action of my own from literally 1 day ago. Yeah. No, I don't like cops. We have some good ones here in Flint. Surprisingly, this area has been very good on that, considering how much crime we've had over the years. It's shocking. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I don't like it either. That's going, you want to talk about censorship and an actual real problem. I'm pretty sure that people who are subscribed to Steven Crowder aren't getting unsubscribed right now. They're not having to resubscribe to him. Because he's a big channel. The serfs are not. They're not too, they don't see any issue with, I was talking to him on Twitter earlier, made him aware of this. They don't see much issue with me typing in Steven Chowder and all the results coming up Steven Crowder, even though that's not like how? I literally typed in the name of the video. You'd think the first result would be the video of which matches the name. Instead, it's Crowder. All over the place. Just him. The entire page. Yeah, I mean, that happens a lot. I forget where it is you live, Hellord. In Flint, it takes a little bit too. It's gotten better. I mean, I live by downtown, so they come out really quick. They're trying to keep this area a lot better. Like, it's a very, it's sort of what we're doing down here is like a mix of, it's not quite, God, what's the word? Well, they're building up the downtown, but all the businesses are still mixed with local people, so it's not quite. I'm thinking of the word. The thing that Mayor Pete did in South Bend, that's not happening here. A lot of these businesses are being run by local people, but also new money is coming in too. So, it's a mix. It's a mix. Oh, yeah. I forgot, yeah, Ohio. Well, I mean, don't even get me started on Ohio. Well, I mean, I'm sure you know how people in Michigan feel about Ohio. And let me tell you, we're right. Oh, God, yes, we're right. I'm sorry, that's just a little ribbing. What can I say? I'm a Michigan football fan. Yes, gentrification. Yes, that's the word I was trying to think of. It's like a pseudo gentrification that's going on here. There is outside money coming in, but it's not pushing out the people that live here. In fact, we just had some local people. They just opened a arcade bar last night. I hope to go there. Hey, there's what I was talking about. Wednesdays are either political streams or guitar streams. Be kind, and I will be kind back. It's not hard to do. That's all I'm saying. I could be an asshole. I don't understand anyone hating Michigan. I don't. Every time I've gone to Ohio, people are really mean. It's like they see Michigan license plates and they're just like mad. And I don't see an Ohio license plate and just be like, that person's an asshole. I go to Ohio and people are just mean. Not you though, you're cool. And I also have some friends from there. I like to rib Brick about it. The only good thing about Hamilton is our drinking water. Really? Hell, Lord. I feel like you didn't mean that the way I am feeling you did. You didn't think about that. So I'm going to give you a pass. Yeah. Just going to grab my bottled water here. Oops, indeed. Oops, indeed. Like I said, I don't think you meant it that way, but like the fact that you said that to me was like, okay. Oh God. Vox Adpocalypse is trending with Mug Club. Oh, this is trends for you. I hope it's not trending that high. Excuse me. So Joe Biden sucks. Let's talk about how much Joe Biden sucks. I'm okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. Because I'm sick of talking about him. I really am. For the people that don't follow me on Twitter, first of all, follow me on Twitter. Second of all, I made an announcement the other day that instead of continuing to talk about every single terrible story that comes about this moron, this guy who should be running as a Republican, this guy who shouldn't actually be running at all because he sucks on both sides, I'm just not. And I'm just going to say, you know what? Joe Biden is the worst. Because he is. He sucks. I'm not even going to get into it. Why does he suck? Type in any story. Just type Joe Biden into Google. Let's just do it right now. Doot. Oh. Beating Trump in Texas. Uh-oh. Whoa. 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 Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Joe Biden sucks. How's that for good discourse for you? I don't want to talk about Joe Biden anymore. I want to talk about Mayor Pete. Because he's not going to win. Or as my dad calls him, the gay guy. Keep in mind, these are the people, my dad, a boomer, are the type of people that Mayor Pete is trying to court. By saying things like, oh, I don't know, we're going to have Democrats choose 5 judges for the Supreme Court, and we're going to have Republicans choose 5 judges from the Supreme Court. And then there's going to be 5, somehow, some way, apolitical judges. It's not how the world works, man. Everyone has a fucking bias. To say that you're going to choose apolitical judges is nonsense. What you're saying is they're just going to be right-wing. Just make it 10 right-wingers and just say the liberals don't get shit. Again. For another 30 to 40 fucking years. Get the hell out of here, Mayor Pete. I don't know if that was the dumbest thing I've read on Twitter this week, but it was pretty damn close. And that guy is supposed to be the intelligent nominee. He's supposed to be more smart and better at politics than Joe Biden. He ain't. He sucks. He's terrible. I look forward to him dropping out before Iowa. For fuck's sake. I got that ran out of me. Bernie's still having some mixed moments. He's still the front runner in my eyes. I really wish that Elizabeth Warren was better. I'm just going to say that. She's doing great on policy. She's doing really, really good stuff on policy. What I mean by better is the stuff outside the policy. Her connections to Raytheon isn't good. Her connection to insurance companies isn't good. The fact that she won't come out and support Medicare for all is not good. Excuse me. Iowa? How did I pronounce it? Did I say it wrong? Or did I just Michigan it? See, I got that really thick Midwestern accent, don't you know? So, get off my back there, Ray. I really do wish that Elizabeth Warren was so much better, but I badly want to get behind her. Like, that's the thing. Like, right now she's running a better campaign than Bernie. There, I said it. Deal with it. Bernie's had a number of problems with the things that he's said, not aligning with the things that he's doing. And that's an issue. He's going to have to address that. He gets better as he goes, and he still sticks to his key things that are good, but he needs to get better. Yeah, Iowa. How do you pronounce it? It's Iowa. Duh. I Michiganed it, is what I did. But yeah, I really do wish that Elizabeth Warren was better. Like, I feel like I'm constantly just like, okay, fine, I'm just gonna vote for Elizabeth Warren, and then like something goes on in the background, or she has a quote about Medicare for all or something like that, or her donors, and then I just go, I can't, man. We can't do that. She would be great in the Senate. I still say she would be great leadership in the Senate. I stand by that. Which is a whole nother problem, because fucking no one is running for the Senate. Everyone's running for president. Yeah, Michigan did. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It really fucking upsets me that she can't be as good as she could be. And the reason she's not good is because she can't stop taking money from people. I wish she would stop. Oh. This has got to happen. I am not a robot. No, I don't. Notifications. Please tell me there's video of this. Please. Oh, yes. Oh, my God. Oh. Guys. Look. I know there are a lot of issues with Cenk Uygur. But yeah, no, her foreign policy is pretty bad too. But let's do something fun, guys. Let's talk about something not depressing. We all know that there are issues with Cenk Uygur. there's one thing that he's so good at. It's getting on these news shows and them not seeing it coming. Just not seeing it coming. Oh, give it to me, Daddy. My dumbass thought I was clicking on the window, and it turned out that I was clicking on my OBS.
Right move? Yeah, listen, if you're saying we're going to make sure that the money is definitely going to go to the kids, then I'm in favor of it. But Trump never does that. He puts them in cages, and he diverts money into the wall, etc. But, Chris, why do we have this problem in the first place? Because Trump said he was going to stop the flow of migration, and instead, what did he do? It's gone up 32% in the last month, and it's the most we've had, both legal and illegal, in 13 years. So, Kaylee, I put it to you. Isn't Donald Trump a giant failure on his signature issue? It's, in fact, almost inarguable.
No, he's not a giant failure. And first, I want to correct your fallacy that he puts kids in cages. A lot of those pictures were from the Obama administration, so nice try doesn't work. We have a crisis on our hands. Do you acknowledge that at least, Jink, that we have a crisis when you have 1 million people
Kaylee,
set to come in this fiscal year, more than the population of Miami and Atlanta? You at least acknowledge that that's a crisis.
So, Kaylee, who's in charge? Do you know who the president is? He's the guy who said he was going to stop that.
Do you understand we have three branches of government?
One at a time. Let Cenk answer.
Okay, look, under Obama, we had less undocumented immigrants than we do under Trump. Trump said, I'm going to get tough, and I'm such a tough guy, and I'm going to separate the families. I'm going to put the kids in this place and the parents and the moms in the other place. I'm so tough. And what do we have? We have more undocumented immigrants, not less. It's a 13-year record. He's a miserable failure on this issue. If they voted for him thinking he was going to stop undocumented immigrants, he didn't even do that. And now we have an absolute disaster on our hands because he doesn't know how to address the core issue. Why are they coming in the first place? You just think if you punch them in the face that they're going to go away. That's not why.
Okay. That was a mixed bag there. That was not the, let's see, how did they put it? Slamming of Trump's press secretary that they made it out to be. That was a very mixed bag. The ending was better than the case he seemed to be making. But that was not a slam dunk. And I think if he was given a little bit more time to speak, he could have made it. But, well, he's on, fucking CNN. So you're not going to get that. He was dealing with Chris Cuomo. I really want to... I'm kind of let down by that. Honestly. I thought that was going to be more fun than it was. Is all I'm going to say. I wanted that to be way more fun than it was. So... yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. And I really wish he would have actually addressed that those pictures weren't from Obama. The one of them in cages was not from Obama. That's now. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing about it. He seemed like he was going to make a better case for that towards the end because he started saying things like, I want to look at the reasons why they're coming here in the first place. That was there. I think he was working up to it, but he forgot. Motherfucker, you're on CNN. You get 30 seconds. And they're going to cut you off if you get that. So, yeah, I don't know. I need to find something more fun. I want to end this stream on a good note because this got derailed in a hurry. Wait. What's this? Please be
There was
good.
an interesting thing that happened today. The former Vice President Joe Biden came out and said that he would not support repealing the Hyde Amendment. That is a provision of federal law that bars the federal government from funding abortion services through Medicare.
This
Medicaid,
is with
and others.
Elizabeth Warren, by the way.
You disagree with that position?
Yes, I do.
Is Joe Biden wrong?
Yes. So
Why is he wrong?
She's about to be really good.
here's how I look at this.
Jimmy
I've
Dore
lived in
depresses me
America
too.
Where abortions were illegal.
Yeah.
And understand this, women still got abortions. Now, some got lucky on what happened, and some got really unlucky on what happened. But the bottom line is they were there. And under the Hyde Amendment, under every one of these efforts to try to chip away or to push back or to get rid of Roe versus Wade, understand this, women of means will still have access to abortions. Who won't will be poor women, will be working women, will be women who can't afford to take off 3 days from work, will be very young women, will be women who've been raped, will be women who have been molested by someone in their own family. We do not pass laws that take away that freedom from the women who are most vulnerable.
Why does she... Oh, man. Why? That was insanely good. And then he asks her for Medicare for all, and she just goes, hey, what do you think about the Palestinian conflict and the blockade in the Gaza Strip? We support Israel. Why can't she be better? I'm not asking for a fucking purity test here. I'm asking for her to not be such a giant conglomerate of shit ideas and really good ones. I'd like her to be like really good ideas and mediocre ideas. Is that too much to ask? Elizabeth Warren, is the money that fucking good that you have to do this in this? Either do this or do this. This shit can go in the fucking garbage can for all I care. Oh my God. That was a great answer. That was so good. That's running on a campaign that you can win. But you can't. You can't do that. Okay, Taco's back. I really don't want to talk about this, Taco. So I can agree with the study's assessment that we need improvements in agency homicide reporting. But they even stated themselves that any conclusion about the actual number of cases matched or covered by either system are not warranted. Which is literally what I said. The ARD program alone isn't really that great. That's clear. They can't really say whether there's a lack of reported homicides, though, only that there's a noticeable mismatch in reporting due to non-standardized reporting methods. But the thing about that is that you need to realize is that if they're not going to over-report. You can't honestly think that agencies are purposely over-reporting these things. They're going to under-report. Therefore, the number has to be higher. Okay. I need a palate cleanser so that I can end my stream and feel happy. I did some good rants. You know, I feel good about what I said about Crowder. I feel good about what I said about YouTube. I feel empty about having to talk about Black Lives Matter. Totally relevant group in 2019. Totally a conversation that we should be having right now as literal fascists are taking over this country. I totally think that's a good thing right now. I don't. What the fuck is this?
The metric system, meanwhile, is the product of the French Revolution. It was imposed at the business end of the guillotine.
So why are our leaders so anxious that we join the rest of the world in using, Robespierre's favorite standard of measurement? I don't understand. I think you give a lot of us heart to keep fighting against the global tyranny of the metric system. And bless you for that.
Well, thank you. Our system is quaint, but it's ours. It connects us to our ancestors through cups, through teaspoons and tablespoons. I can still cook the recipes of my grandparents. And it's that connection to the past that the French Revolution and the revolutionaries have always tried to destroy.
Yeah, I'll accept the kilometer when we accept the euro. Never.
The metric system, meanwhile...
No, I don't want to hear that again. I have nothing to add to that. Jeepson, did you hear that shit? Did you hear that fucking shit? Oh my god. I feel like there was a moment there. You guys didn't see it. I don't know if you saw it. But no, I had it up close. Where there was that long pause. That was Tucker Carlson just looking even more confused than he normally is, staring at the camera, just like, I gotta come up with a question. I gotta ask somebody about this. Oh my god. Did I fuck up? Did I make a mistake? What? What the fuck was that? Could he not get Stefan Molyneux? Tucker, if you want us to quit dunking on you, you gotta stop doing that shit. You gotta stop making it so fucking easy. Ugh. My god, there's gotta be something. Today was a lot of bullshit news. I really want there to be someone getting dunked on or something. It's like, man. There's gotta be something. Here we go. Hey, Taco. Bud, are you still here? You're gonna like this. This weekend, Atlanta police tried and failed to shut down more than 500 people coming together to celebrate Guns Down, Water Guns Up, a self-organized movement to end intercommunity violence. But despite the attempts by police again, despite the attempts at a crackdown, the movement is spreading. That's Black Lives Matter. Very literally, is Black Lives Matter. That's a good feel-good story to end on. We've learned a lot today. A lot of it was stuff that some of us learned back in 2015. But we still learned a lot. We've had a lot of fun. We only had to ban one person. And I stand by that. I gave him a long rope to hang himself with. And by God, he fucking did it. Fuck Steven Crowder. Fuck him and his stupid ass. The only thing that will ever be funny about him is watching him cry as he gets further demonetized on all platforms because he's nothing but a shitheel. Fuck Joe Biden because he sucks. Fuck fascists because they suck. And fuck Mayor Pete because he's an idiot. Dude looks like Pee Wee Herman and is trying to sell the idea of apolitical judges. Meanwhile, in Georgia, they're playing with water guns. And police are trying to stop them. God, I hope no one actually will get shot because of this. They're so mad that they got wet. And they tried so hard. I'm just watching. This is something I want to watch on repeat. I'm just going to keep staring at it. Here, I'll let you guys just watch this. This is some feel goods right here. Let's listen to it. I love the dude at the end. He's great. Alright, okay. Let's fucking do this, guys. You know, this was a mixed bag of a stream. It got derailed heavily, but, you know, shit happens. Let's go and find somebody to raid. Saturday I should be doing a stream. It depends on what I got going on. Sunday is looking a little sketchy right now. Let's find you guys someone cool to raid. Yes. Guys, you're going to want to stick around for this. Afrin is good people. And she is playing Jackbox. You can join in and have fun with her. Please do not draw a penis on her stream. You guys are representing me. Be good. Please. This chick is fucking awesome. So be kind. Next week I'm going to try and do a Twitch Sing stream. At least for most of it, because my voice, even when it's good, it only lasts so long. But I want to get back to writing music soon. So getting my voice up to snuff is a good way to do that. And we'll have fun. So we'll see you guys probably Saturday. Follow me on Twitter to find out when I'm streaming next. Follow me on Instagram. I will also post there when I'm streaming next. Follow me here. Get those little notifications. It's that fucking easy, guys. Be kind to each other, okay? You guys have a wonderful night.
Okay, which one's the truth?
God. Oh my God. These are all terrible. I don't want to give any of you guys likes.
All right, who picked to watch?
Thank you, Mark, for the bits. I appreciate it. Jeffrey, did you really think that it was cooked in that? Hey. I don't know why I thought that, to be honest. No.